Schmoes Know presents HorrorFlix, a podcast covering all things horror, suspense, and psychological thrillers in the world of cinema. And now, here are your hosts, Cobster and Cody.
Burn. All of you. I want you all to burn in hell with me.
I just asked if you wanted fries with that. You don't have to. Are you laughing? What is this? Oh, you're doing. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Okay, that descended into. Oh, hey.
What's going on?
How's it going?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Doing good?
That was a bizarre.
That was.
Honestly, that might not be the weirdest opening we've done.
No.
I can't think of what. I mean, you know what I mean?
Usually we will do, if we do like an opening with like a sexual kind of preference, it's a little disturbing, a little bit too much for people to handle.
That
but
was
I
just
think,
like showing off your range
I
as a
think
voice
so.
actor, I think.
I'm trying to be. Oh, and my friends show up right now.
Okay.
Of course they would. I'm trying to record my podcast. Sorry about that. I had a little unexpected visitors coming in. Actually, they were expected. I just started. And
You just wanted to live on the edge and see if you can record a 50-minute podcast in a 5-minute window.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Plus, we got a pizza guy coming, so maybe he'll interrupt as well. That'll be a lot of
I
fun.
want him to be a part of this show.
I think
want
so.
him to come and we want to
We'll
ask him
bring
what his
him
favorite
in.
horror movie is.
What's your favorite horror film? Have a slice of pizza. Take some drugs. You'll
He
be
should
fine.
have a slice of his own pizza.
I think he should.
They work hard driving
Well,
around
why's
all
it got to
day.
be a guy? It could be a woman too.
I know, diversity. Pass it on.
You sexist fuck.
Don't you even go. Okay.
I'll go there.
Don't go
with
there.
you and your Hollywood undead shirt. I'm just
This
kidding.
is my zombie bowling league shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm wearing another damn bowling
For
shirt.
those of you
okay?
who don't know, Cody is in an actual bowling.
I'm not at the
league.
moment. I had to take a hiatus, I couldn't keep spending $8 a week. But
$8 a week. To
Yeah.
bowl? That's actually not that
it's
bad.
not bad. It's
For
actually a good deal. You want to join one? I'll get you in.
I honestly would not mind.
Anyway, this is one of my 4 bowling shirts I have. This is from the Zombie League. I got this actual logo right here.
Yeah.
I got an actual bowling ball.
Oh,
14
like that.
pounder, like this.
So, like, would you
Yeah.
put the two? So, what we're looking at right now is
This
like
is just like one of the sides. This is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We're looking at like a bloody face right now, and one of the eyeballs is popped out of its
Yep.
socket. So I'm imagining that the 2 fingers go into the eyes, and then the third goes into the mouth.
You would think so, but it actually just goes behind it where the holes don't, disrupt the logo.
That's
You
fucking
know what I mean?
stupid.
You're fucking stupid. It's a
I'm
brilliant
just
bowling
saying,
ball.
it would have been so much smarter and more unique if the 2 fingers went
But
into
you
the
wouldn't
eyes.
be able to see. Okay, in Mystery Men, do they go into the eyes for the skull?
No, but that was an actual skull. Those are like bigger holes. Those are the holes of the actual bone.
Don't argue bowling ball.
Don't diss me,
logic
bro.
with me. Don't diss me.
Okay, we're
Where's
going
the foot?
Where's the foot? You gotta say it like that. You gotta do it like Scooby in the beginning, and then bring it. Where's the foot? Okay, we're going off.
Scooby-Doo episode.
We're a little loopy today.
That's fine for this episode because we literally don't have.
This is a
much of an
shoot the
idea.
shit kind of episode.
We have no idea what we're going to talk about.
We're gonna just kind of just bring up shit
Yeah.
randomly, like stuff we're watching on Netflix, stuff we're just kind of watching on the side, some stuff that you guys have been kind of wanting us to talk about. Look, I try my best to prep these shows as much as I can. This week, and I said this last week too. This week was literally hell for me at work. It was
Literally.
just super busy,
Okay.
and Cody doesn't ever want to do shit. I do
Hey,
fucking
yo,
everything.
Yo. I'm not going to say anything
Exactly, because he knows it. No, but so yeah, this is sort of going to be a kind of shoot the shit episode. We're just kind of on the fly. We'll talk about some things here and there. And so we didn't make a Facebook post this week, and that's my fault.
Could you
because,
imagine if we did that? Be like, hey guys, we don't know what we're going to talk about.
So just
comment below what
I mean,
you want us
honestly,
to say.
right now, I'll make a tweet right now,
A tweet.
and and maybe you can distract them while I do
Okay,
this.
I'm gonna distract
and maybe I'll have them ask us some
Ask.
questions.
Okay.
But because this is kind of a shoot the shit, it's not as prepared as we usually are. Every single month we like to do a giveaway for you guys, and just like some kind of Blu-ray, whether it's a new released movie or if it's something old. We've given away what was it for? I gave away a Texas Chainsaw Massacre anniversary Blu-ray. The first one I believe was trying to think Babadook.
Yep,
We gave away
that's
the
what it was.
Babadook.
I was like,
and
yeah.
It Follows just came out this. You know what? Fuck this. We're doing 2 giveaways.
2.
It Follows
Okay.
and What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh dear.
Both those movies, great horror films.
Yeah.
One's a serious horror suspense thriller. The other is a comedy. Both are really great films. We're gonna give those 2 away.
How do they win this?
I don't know yet, and I'll
Okay.
figure it out
We're
by
just
the end
gonna
of the.
give them away.
We're gonna
Okay.
give them away. We're gonna fucking give them
Okay.
away. So maybe you know what? I'm
Leave
gonna
us
make
your address below.
Yes.
Just kidding. Don't do that.
Yeah, so basically, just find out at the very end of this episode, and you'll be able to win.
You're gonna
those
come up
two.
with the idea by the end of it?
I'll come up with the idea
This
of
is
it.
such an awesome
I may or
episode.
may not already have it in my head, so you don't even know this. So distract
me.
them a little bit. Talk about. Oh, you know what? Okay. So recently, last week, I did a Netflix recommendation for Creep, and you finally saw
Me
it.
being the responsible co-host
Yes.
didn't want to be uninformed,
Yes.
so I went out the other day and I watched it. It was awesome, but I will say, as I was watching it, there was about 15 minutes left. The thunderstorms that we had cut out the Wi-Fi in my freaking house.
Yeah.
So the best part of the movie I couldn't watch for a solid 3 hours. So I was thinking about this thing for 3 hours in between finishing the actual damn thing. But it's really cool. It's really inspiring because it's basically just Mark Duplass and the director just went out and made this thing. Like
Right.
it'd be like if me and you went out in the woods and just made a found footage movie. Obviously, they're going to be better than us, but they did it. They did again a damn good job here. Mark Duplass, you've never really seen him do a role like this. It's usually something like a comedy. He tried to do horror a little bit earlier this year with Lazarus Effect, and that just I don't want to talk about that movie
No, you
anymore.
don't.
But Creep is really cool, guys. It's something that's just forgot the words I was going to say, so we're going to cut this part out. But
No, we're
yeah.
not.
No, you're
No, I'm
not.
not. I hate cutting this
Okay,
shit
you don't wanna
apart.
edit
I
this
just
thing?
fucking throw it in the thing. I throw it in the damn can, and I just
What
let
was
it
your favorite
go.
part of Creep, Copster?
What was my favorite part? Probably
Yeah.
the last 20 to 30 minutes.
You were saying last week you thought it ended,
Yeah,
and then it kept going,
there's a
which I
special
love too.
there's a certain part where it stops and you think, okay, that's where it ended, and you think it takes you one way, but it completely throws it the other way.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought, for me, the creepiest part was towards the end. I mean, the peach fuzz mask is so scary.
Peach Fuzz, that was great.
That was so freaking creepy.
Like, I don't want to get into too much spoiler, but there's a scene when he has the mask on and he's just standing there.
Yeah, oh yeah, and
thing
he's
he
just
was
kind of
doing,
like
I was
moving
like,
on the
oh,
door.
this is so creepy, dude. I was like,
Yeah.
Where did they film that? Was that in like Big Bear or something?
I
it
can
in
imagine.
California,
it's-
I would assume,
it was.
right?
It was in California.
It had to
I would
have been.
I would imagine somewhere up north, maybe even near Yosemite, maybe somewhere up there. It's very nice countryside. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love horror films that obviously not just take place in the woods, but are in that kind of beautiful setting where there's a lake, just trees and forests and woodsy stuff. That's where if we're gonna do more stuff in the future, that's where I want to shoot some.
Yeah,
shit.
I was thinking that too.
You also watched.
Inspiring.
I remember I did a long time ago another Netflix recommendation for Housebound, and I think you recently just watched it as well.
Housebound, I did. I watched it a little bit ago. I wasn't as crazy about it as you and Stacey Howard were.
Fuck
Like I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was good. I don't get what the hype was though. I thought it was kind of just bleh. It was funny at times.
It's very dry humor. That's the thing I'll say
Yeah,
about
that could
it.
be it. Maybe
I
it's
don't
not.
think I don't think it's for everyone. Retweet that for me, please.
Retweet
And-
what? Oh, just tweet?
my tweet. Yeah.
Your giveaway tweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just fucking do it.
doing
Because like I know, because I know a lot of people, like friends and even people that we've met that have done other podcasts that just aren't fans of like British humor or any other kind of foreign country humors, because they could just be a little bit more dry. Like I want to say it's JTE that talks about the British version of The Office all the time. I don't know.
He would.
I think it's him. I think. Don't quote me on that. I know somebody that
I'm gonna
really
say it's
close
him.
that
That he loves,
loves
yeah.
the British Office, and I swear that it's him.
Okay.
But he says that I think it's him that enjoys it a lot more than the actual
He
American
probably would,
version.
that
And I
snobby
tried
bastard.
watching the Office British version. I just couldn't get into
I
it.
like it. Like I've watched all the episodes. I
Yeah.
just don't find it nearly as good as the American one. Maybe
okay.
just because I started with the American one.
Maybe
first.
that's true too.
That
yeah.
could be it.
Like I literally tried the first episode and I could not stand it.
Oh,
And
really?
I like dry humor. I do, and I love Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
I love Ricky Gervais. I want to see him in a horror film. I think he would be so interesting.
He has to have been. No, I guess not.
like
yeah.
like as some kind of creepy, snarky host of something where people are just dying left and right.
Yeah,
Have you
okay.
seen that Family Guy episode where he's the
I don't
dolphin?
watch Family Guy.
Oh my god, dude! There's an episode where he plays a dolphin. He's supposed to be a really annoying character.
Okay.
And it's hysterical. It's
Okay.
really really funny.
Fair enough.
So yeah, so good that I'm glad you finally watched that.
Like it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm just not gonna go back
Yeah.
and watch it again. Didn't
Oh,
really
well,
find
whatever.
it too great. I'm sorry,
Whatever.
but it was good. It was good. What have you been watching?
What have I been watching? Okay, so people have been wanting me to kind of keep up with Scream. I'm not going to do like an episode by episode review, but dude, I keep coming back to it.
You're really liking it, really.
I'm really
I stopped
liking
after
it.
episode 2. I just haven't gone back to it. Not that I don't like it. I just gotta get around to it.
It's not great. Nor is it really that good. But it's just a lot of fun.
You're doing a great job of pitching this. It's not good.
Well, it's true.
Or great.
It's
not bad.
It's like somewhat meta, but it's too much meta. You know what I mean? It's not as it's nowhere near as smart or clever as the Scream movies were.
Obviously.
It's just it's so trying to be Scream at times that they just need to stop. There's one specific character who's sort of like the Randy character. The Randy Quaid character.
Yeah.
The Randy character where he's kind of setting up some kind of exposition about what's going to happen in the episode.
Does he do that in every episode?
It's starting to become like that, and it's starting to be
that's what
way
I was
too
afraid
much.
of. Yeah.
Like he breaks down everything about a serial killer does, and it's just so blatantly obvious of like what's to come. It's
So
like
him
setting it up.
He has his own monologue where he's like, "By the way, guys," and then it cuts
Pretty
to the music,
much.
and he's like,
And it's becoming too much, and it's like that scene in Scream 2 where they're all in the classroom and they're talking about just movies in general,
so you
about
just do
sequels.
that
They're
every
talking about
time.
sequels, which is my favorite scene in that whole movie probably. And it's like that in every scene. There's a specific classroom where, of course,
"Oh, it's always in a classroom too."
most of the time. And it's like, of course, all the main characters are all in the same class,
Yeah.
you know, because that never fucking happened. Like in real, like you're never in the
You're
same
not getting
class with
class
all
with your
your
friends in high
no,
school,
you
guys.
never
That doesn't
are.
happen.
And so it's like the music cues in at a certain time, and it's just trying to be a little bit too meta, and it just doesn't work. But I gotta say, the main chick who's the lead actress, I think she actually really is pretty good.
The videographer or the other one?
Not the lesbian girl.
Okay.
I think her name's Emma.
Okay.
It
I know
sounds
who
like
you're
it would be
talking about,
Emma or
yeah. I know
something
who
like
you're
that.
talking about.
And
Yeah,
then
she
I
was
also
good
think,
from what I saw.
and I
Yeah.
also think the mom's pretty good too. Like there's some decent acting. Like the one guy that plays the douchebag who drives like the truck and is friends with the main chick's boyfriend. That dude's terrible.
Yeah, I've
like
never
just,
liked him.
Just awful. Like
Yeah.
trying to be like I get trying to be a douchebag in a show
Mm-hmm.
or a movie or anything like that, but it's just. It's so just ugh, like don't try.
It doesn't
too
get
hard.
better?
No, it just really hasn't. And they're starting to kill off some main characters. And
I was about to ask you about that. They are.
I
Okay.
won't spoil anything if anybody out there is watching. But what they are doing really interesting is that I still don't know who the killer is.
If
Till this
there's one
point.
thing I want them to get right with this show, I want them to keep that mystery alive. Yeah.
Because do you remember you watched episode 2, right?
Yeah, watch one.
You
and
remember
two.
when like the nerdy kid kind of wiped his forehead and there was blood on it? I was like, okay, what the hell's that about? But then
It was like paint, right? It was like
I don't
paint.
know. They never explained it, but there was a moment because he gets with one of
thought
the
they did.
he gets with one of the characters in the show, and something happens to her, and it's like what? But
Okay.
he's not there when it's happening, so it's like obviously Scream has done it before where there's multiple killers, but they're throwing in
Everybody's the killer.
that's possibly because they're not just being like hunted down by the killers. They're all turning on each other now. All the friends are sort of
that's
starting to turn on each other.
Okay.
And there's all these little side twists that are bringing up more controversy and more drama.
Yeah.
And so, I think
I
you're
don't
gonna
know,
stick
we'll
with
see
it.
how it pans
You're gonna
out. Keep watching, huh?
Like I said before, this is not just Scream. It's a mixture of Scream, Friday the 13th, The Town That Dreaded Sundown, I Know What You Did Last Summer, like all these different things into one. Very interesting ideas that they got kind of going back and forth. But if you guys are watching out there and you're enjoying it, I'm kind of glad.
Send him some tweets.
Send him some tweets
Get some
and tell me
theories
know
going.
what you
I'll
guys
try to
think.
catch up. It's not that I
Yeah.
didn't want to keep watching. I've been forcing myself to get through True Detective, so it's like I need to pick a
God,
show.
I gave up on True Detective.
I'm trying. I'm just watching out of like obligation at this point.
Nah.
It's like
Well, yeah, you know what? A lot of people have been wanting us to watch a lot more TV series that have to do with horror. Like, I'll try to get back into American Horror Story. I'll try. Bates Motel is one that I really do
I liked
want
what
to
I've
watch.
seen from that. I haven't watched all of
I
it.
want to
I've
watch
seen some
that
episodes.
and Hannibal. I really want to. Even
Well,
though they canceled it.
Yeah, we can do like a whole series review at one
I wouldn't
point
mind that.
if we bench through it. Yeah, that'd be cool. Interesting.
Yeah. So if there's any other horror shows out there, anybody wants us to get into, let us know. What's that other one, the Eli Roth one that he did for Netflix?
The show? Oh, Hemlock Grove?
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit.
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
right?
I've only seen one episode of that, and it's out
I think
there.
Stacy was talking about like
Yeah, I
the
think so.
transformation scene, like being incredible.
That was unbelievable.
Really?
The werewolf
Okay.
scene, yeah.
All right, so there's that. Maybe
We
we'll do
d-
our own horror series.
Oh.
That's what I've been wanting to do for the longest time.
Just like a web
I want to
series, a
do a
horror
web
one?
series, like an 8-part web series, like 5 minutes a piece. We would shoot it as if it's one long movie, and then just break them up into parts.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Who needs a story? We have the
Who
whole
needs a
thing
story?
already.
So we're getting in some tweets right now.
Oh,
which
people are actually
Yeah,
responding.
people are starting to tweet in right
I
now,
feel
by the
cool.
way. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, guys. You know what I'm going to do, too? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. If you guys follow us on Schmoes, which you should because they're the best.
Are they familiar with the Schmoes No?
They
movie
should
show?
be.
Are they?
Oh, you know what?
Okay.
Plug the Ultimate Schmo down. Tell them if
gonna
for some
plug-
reason they don't listen to
Yeah.
the Schmoes No movie show, tell them about it. And while I do this,
Yeah, on the Schmoes No podcast, we did this last summer. I say we like it's my idea. I'm just the intern. But they did a thing where it's Ultimate Showdown. It's a Schmodown, sorry. It's a long movie trivia tournament. Last year was a lot of fun. I got my ass kicked. I was terrible. I just could not think of any questions or answers and under pressure. But this year, we're in teams, and the first round is last week. And it was a lot of fun. It was Team Jedi versus Team Newbies. Who won? Well, you're going to have to go out
Yeah,
there
to
and
find
watch
out.
it. It was a big surprise, I'll tell you that much. It was a perfect way to kickstart the tournament this year. I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes. B team is going to win
hell yeah.
at least one or two questions.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to
Exactly.
do. We still got to think about our entrance.
Oh, we got a good entrance. I
We're
don't even
gonna
know
say
where
right
we're
now.
I don't even know where we're going up. So, okay, so this is what we're going to do. Since we're giving away 2 Blu-rays, which I'll make you buy one of them now.
Oh, yeah. I'll
Yes,
buy
you will.
both. You
No,
get
no, no.
one.
Oh, yeah, maybe you will. Maybe I'll make you buy one. Fucker. So this is what we're going to do.
Why you call me a fuck? I just offered to buy
Because
Blu-rays for the
You
fans
never told
here.
me where's the foot.
Where's the foot?
So what we're going to do is I tweeted this out. And I also posted on the Schmoville Facebook page.
Okay.
So if you're following both of those, both me on Twitter and the Schmoville Facebook page, we're going to choose one winner from Schmoville and then one winner from Twitter.
Okay. Whoa, that almost rhymed.
That almost rhymed. You like that?
Yeah.
And these are just going to be completely random. Oh, the pizza girl's here. Perfect.
Oh.
We're not going to have her come on, but
Okay.
keep her talking.
I'm gonna keep talking.
Here, look at some of the
Oh,
tweets.
there's the doorbell.
Look at some of the tweets.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah, almost dropped Copster's phone. That would have been magical. Okay. Let's see here. If you could match any other any other genre with horror, what would you choose? I think a lot of them have already been mixed up with horror. No, comedy, sci-fi. Yeah, I'd love to see a coming-of-age horror, just because that's the first thing I thought of that I can't think of. Let's see here. What else we got? What do you guys think of Creep or We Are Still Here? I love Creep. I am Grud. Have not seen We Are Still Here. Let's see. Brooks Wilkins asked, if there's one horror film I had to have in my Blu-ray collection, what do you think it should be? Well, probably... Exorcist, obviously. Exorcist, The Shining, those are 2 essentials, I think. If you're into recent horror, I love The Conjuring a lot. Insidious, those are the more recent ones. Babadook. Oh, Copster's back.
What the fuck are you doing on the
I'm
show?
reading your tweets.
My
replied here.
tweets?
Your
My
tweets.
tweeters?
Your tweets.
We
How was the
might be
pizza
eating-
lady?
She was nice. She was
Was she
very
nice?
nice. She told me to fuck off when I asked
okay.
for her number.
Oh.
You
Sounds
know,
like Comic-Con all over again.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
God, tell me about
Speaking of Comic-Con, we need to tell...
it. Wait, what were you talking about? What were some of the things you were talking about?
One of the questions was if there was any genre you can mix with horror, what would it be? And then the other one was if there was one horror Blu-ray I absolutely have to have in my collection, what would it be? So I said like Exorcist and Shining.
Halloween is an absolute
Halloween, of
for
course.
sure for Blu-ray.
Any of the Nightmares?
Any of the mostly the first one,
Yeah.
which is on Netflix, by the way, the very first one. I believe it's on Netflix now. On Blu-ray, as far as like looking good wise, like horror films that look good, It Follows looks amazing on Blu-ray.
Does it?
It really does.
I'm so glad we're giving that away.
Babadook, yeah, right. Babadook looks really great as well. Halloween, I just love the look of Halloween because it's all natural lighting.
Yeah.
It's like completely natural lighting, and so it's just like a good authenticity.
Sound it out. Enunciate.
Authentic.
Okay.
Good authentic look. I
Okay,
was trying to
authentic.
say the bigger phrase
Authenticity.
of it.
That's the word you're going for. Oh, Jesus.
You like that?
Yeah, it's good.
You like that, don't you, bitch? Oh wait. You were saying right now. Speaking of what?
What? Oh, so speaking of Comic-Con, I don't think we told the Shyamalan story last week.
Oh, that's right.
This,
Okay, so
guys, our co-host here, Copster, met M.
Yes.
Night Shyamalan last week.
I did,
Or
yes.
a couple weeks ago.
He's such a nice guy because the whole night, as we were all hanging out, we were at the Outcast / Walking Dead party, something like that. And I'd seen him
Awesome
walking
party.
around. It was a really fun party. You can go ahead and get a slice of pizza if you
I'm
want to.
damn right.
I'm going to get one right after you. He was so cool. And I just remember, but mind you, we had a few drinks. I had a lot of drinks. Okay, I had a lot of drinks. It was the first Comic-Con party that we kind of were at. No, we were at the IGN first, and then we went to this one. So I'm like walking around telling everybody like, hey, there's M. Night Shyamalan. And I keep wanting to like go up to him and be like, dude, what the fuck happened to you? What you were dubbed the next Steven Spielberg, and now look at you. Thank you, sir. Now look at you. But I didn't end up saying that. I went up to him. I was like, hey man, can I get a picture? I'm a big fan. You know, just fucking.
Okay, let's try this
being
again.
fake as
You were
fuck.
probably like, hey man.
Okay, let me set it up.
Can I get a picture with you?
He's like, hey man, how's it going? I'm like, hey, you know, I like your stuff. I'm like the visit. I can't wait. I can't wait. And he's like, yeah, you should come totally see it this weekend. We're playing in some special theaters. Like, I'm there.
He had, like,
I'm
perfect
watching
grammar.
you. I'm leaving the party right there. And then I snapped a picture of him, and then we made out.
I was so terrified to walk over there. I'm like, I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to bug him. That was me all weekend at Comic-Con, except for when I met Foggy from Daredevil.
Oh, that's right.
Should I tell that story? It's not horror related, but
Go ahead. No, it's all okay.
okay. So where were we at this point? We're at one of the bars,
Hard Rock.
Hard Rock Cafe, and I was pretty a little intoxicated at this point. And I was coming back from the bathroom, and we saw him sitting there like the whole night, right? We didn't really go over there because I didn't want to bug him. But I was coming back from urinating. I was so confident with myself, and I was just like, fuck it. So I walked over there. I didn't just like tap his shoulder. I legit like grasped his shoulder and like kind of like shook him a little bit. And I was like, hey man, I don't want to bother you. I just want you to know, I really like Daredevil season 1. And I'm really looking forward to see what you guys would too.
I don't want to bother you, but I'm going to rape you right now by grabbing your shoulder.
I was like, nice to meet you, man. And I shook his hand and I walked away and I was like, what the fuck did I just do? It was not good.
I was going to say hi to him, but I haven't finished the series yet.
Oh, really? Oh.
I would have told him, like, hey, man, I love you in the show. Haven't finished yet, but it's still a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved in Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. No problem.
Well,
Pizza.
what's your guys' favorite pizza topping? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Marinara sauce.
Are you just a pepperoni
Looks
person?
Looks like blood.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, wow. A lot of people are commenting on Schmover right now.
People are actually asking our questions.
I know, right? Oh, they see Blu-ray giveaways, and it's all of a sudden, let's
Everyone's HorrorFlix fans now, and there's Blu-ray
exactly.
giveaways.
Here's a good one. This one comes from good old DC Bowling on Twitter.
Hey, I love
Should
that guy.
studios stop releasing found footage movies, especially to what The Gallows showed at the box office? It's very true. I mean, usually... Go ahead.
I get where he's coming from, but when I see something like Creep
Yeah.
does it so well in such a different way, I say as long as you can make it good. I know that's kind of a chicken answer, but if it's good, keep making it. If it's stuff like The Gallows, probably not.
Did you see The Gallows?
No, but
No.
I've seen clips
Okay.
from my job.
All right. No, like it's not even a matter of them stopping because they never will. They won't stop. They're just. The Gallows is like one exception. You know, it's gonna come back with Paranormal Activity because Paranormal Activity is probably gonna make some money, especially if they're gonna hype it up to being the final one, which probably won't be.
No.
I think them saying that the Paranormal Activity is their final one is a kind of a safe way of saying like, if this bombs, then it's the final one. But if it does good, we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna come out with another one.
Yeah, probably.
Or it's another spinoff. You know.
Yeah. But I always said, if found footage is done the right way, it can be an incredibly effective form of storytelling. But you gotta try, guys. You gotta try harder than what you're doing.
That's what
Or you'll get tweets like this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what we talked about this before. It's like, get directors that are passionate about the movie, not first-time directors that are just trying to get money. And I don't want to say money, but trying to get their foot into the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You look at Michael Dougherty, I think his name is. He's directing Krampus. When we saw that stuff at Comic-Con, that's someone who is passionate about horror films. And when he did Trick or Treat, because he loves the genre, as much as I'm not a fan of Eli Roth, that dude is super fucking passionate about what he's doing.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait for the Green Inferno because he's been pushing that thing for the longest time.
Yeah.
And when you just get these kind of like no-name directors coming up, and whether they're horror fans or not, it's like they get pushed around way too much, and they need it. That's what it needs to be. These directors need to stop being pushed around.
Yeah. Tommy, Mr. T.T. Green says, who's an
this
actor?
guy's awesome. Oh, by the way, I didn't show you this.
What did he do?
He's a great dude who does visual effects and stuff. I think it's visual effects. He did some After Effects work on Severance,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he put in
Tommy.
the gunshot effect for when the gun goes off and kills a
Really?
certain someone.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. I was like,
I just
why didn't I
realized
call
he's
you?
also the guy who does Schmo Tunes.
Yes, he
I
does.
just realized
yes.
that now. I clicked
So
on his thing. Yeah,
you
thank
guys
you.
go ahead and follow him. It's
Follow-
Mr. TT Green.
Yeah, he's
on
an awesome
Twitter.
dude.
So
Anyway, he asks, who is an actor you want to see in more horror films? One who's done it before, one who's done it before, and one new to the genre. For me, it's Ethan Hawke and Dane DeHaan. Because Ethan Hawke was in Ethan Hawke was in Sinister, and Dane DeHaan is the one he wants to see in a horror movie.
Definitely. I mean, Ethan Hawke, I loved him in Sinister because that's just talent. You know what I mean? That's just like talent. I love to see him in another horror film. I'm trying to think.
Hugh Jackman. I'd love to see Hugh Jackman do a really
That would be
good-
interesting.
A really good horror.
That would
movie.
be. I mean, if you look at Prisoners isn't a horror film, but it's got elements of that in
It's
it.
scary in a whole other way.
Yeah, definitely. Because I can see him being like a creep, like a crazy ass psycho with like metal claws.
Yeah. He had to go the Wolverine route, man.
Yeah.
Typecast his entire life.
As far as people who I want to see in horror films, I actually like seeing comedians in horror films. I do.
You like seeing comedians in horror films? Okay.
I think it's interesting because I love it when comedians do like, serious stuff.
Fair enough.
So
good.
Luke
Cool.
Wilson or Owen
Luke
Wilson.
Luke Wilson
Both
was in
of
a
them.
really bad one.
Vacancy.
Yeah. Did you ever see Vacancy?
I remember Vacancy.
Ugh.
Both Wilsons were in it. He was in, and then Owen Wilson was in The Haunting.
Ryan Martinson says, can you guys do a podcast about the most underrated horror movie villains? I'd be curious on lesser known ones you guys like. Yeah, we can do that one day.
Yeah, we can do that. We were actually talking
We have
about
to think about that.
when we were like, what are we going to do for this episode? And we're like, I don't know, just eat pizza.
We're gonna eat pizza. If you're still listening to this, thank you.
Thank you.
Because this is literally the most laid back.
We're still giving away 2 Blu-rays. So
We
I
still
mean,
are.
You're gonna get something out of it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna get something out of it.
Yeah.
Underrated villains.
I can't think of.
One that a lot of
Underrated
people talk about
villains.
is Pumpkinhead. I think Pumpkinhead's pretty cool.
Yeah.
At least for the first movie.
Yeah.
I
That's a
didn't
good one.
really get too much in the other ones.
I can tell you one that's overrated.
Ooh, can I guess? Overrated villain?
Yeah.
Horror villain? Will I hate you for this?
I don't think you'll hate me. Then again, I'm probably gonna get murdered in the comments for this, just because I've only seen the first movie and it's been 15 years since I've seen it.
Exorcist?
No, of course not.
Reagan?
No.
It's 15 years since you've seen it. Texas Chainsaw? I don't know who.
Pinhead, Hellraiser.
He doesn't get enough street. Like, I don't.
I feel like everyone talks about Hellraiser, and I just
Really?
yeah.
I feel like nobody talks about Hellraiser.
Oh, really? Oh, we're on completely different ends.
I
of the
think we're on
spectrum
different
here.
ends of the spectrum here.
Yeah.
I
Oh
need-
well. Well, like everyone keeps talking about, I'm like, I didn't really find him that scary.
I mean, the first movie is creepy as fuck.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
I never saw when he went into space or anything of that nature. Because they go out there. They definitely go out there. Let me get one from Schmoville. Let's see here.
I got my second piece of pizza, guys. I'm ready to go.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Okay,
We're going to see.
We're going
You
to
keep
see.
saying we're going to.
Yes. I'm trying to find one. Okay. Because I can't see from far. Okay. Please tell me you guys have seen Don't Look Now, one of the best horror films ever made.
yeah.
Don't Look Now. Have you seen that?
I saw that in film school. Haha. There's my snobby film school persona coming back.
Oof.
Yeah, that's with.
how's that going for you?
Shut up. That's with Donald Sutherland. It's actually really good. It's really good.
That's someone who I like seeing in horror films.
Like in a recent one. Yeah.
I mean, he's old as shit, but
is.
there's that, and then Invasion of the Body Snatchers that I really like him in.
Did you ever
Jeff
see
Goldblum.
Did you ever
Jeff
see?
Goldblum in horror
oh,
films
yeah.
is amazing. The Fly.
Yeah.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers as well.
What was I gonna say? Have you ever seen Invasion, the remake with Daniel Craig and Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It's not good. I saw that one before the actual original movie too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oof.
Not good.
Oh man.
No, I've never seen that movie.
It's pretty good. It's a little slow, just for like this generation. You know what I mean? Like I can see if people don't like it, but the ending's great. I thought it's really good.
All right, cool. Want to smoke this joint?
Let's smoke it.
Okay. What is that?
That did not happen, guys. Don't worry.
What else we got? Tony Morrow says top 3 best haunted house movies of all time.
Haunted house?
Definitely not The Haunting.
Yeah. Well, the original Haunting's really good.
Yeah, the black and white. Haunted house. Let's see. Haunted house.
Trying to think.
The Haunted Mansion? Hey, Murphy.
Oh, Murphy. Charlie Murphy. You ever? I know this isn't probably top 3. But you ever seen Monster House? The animated movie. It's not bad.
Is it kind of creepy?
It's like really creepy. Like it's not really a kids movie. You know what I mean? It's really good.
I can't think of any haunted house movies. I mean, The Haunting, the original, would go up there for sure.
Yeah.
I'm totally blanking. Would not Disturbia?
Rear Window.
Rear Window. No,
that's not haunted. That's ridiculous. There's no ghosts involved.
Haunted house. Scary movie too.
I was gonna say a haunted house.
Scary movie too. I
Yeah.
need a Coke.
Go get a Coke.
And I'll stop eating.
Okay. What are your guys' favorite haunted house movies? 'Cause we obviously are too full from pizza at the moment to think of any. Let's look up some more pizza ones. Have you seen the Vatican tapes?
No.
Is that out yet? I wanted to see that. Heard about it. Alex Corey says, you guys are seriously the best. Oh, thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Says
You're just trying to win a fucking Blu-ray,
I
though.
see
You're
how it
saying
is,
that
yeah.
shit. Fuck that.
Where was this last episode? No, okay. He says, my question for you guys is, what do you think is the best psychological horror film?
Silence of the Lambs. For sure.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Like maybe one that'll really fuck you up.
I can't think of one better than Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs is like, I think, the definitive.
I'm going to go with that one.
Identity.
Oh, Identity's
Identity
great.
fucks with your head, dude. I remember that twist was just like, whoa!
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. And if you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it, but definitely watch that movie,
I
Identity.
totally forgot about Identity. That's a great one.
It's such a unique fucking spin
Yeah.
on that shit. I love it.
The Others is a pretty good haunted house movie.
You know what? I don't think I've ever finished The Others.
It's all right.
I know the twist
good.
and everything.
Yeah.
But holy shit, there's a lot more comments that I originally seen.
We need to offer Blu-rays every week.
I think so. It's just to get fucking people to come back
And just eat
Just
pizza.
watch our show, damn
Have
it.
us eat pizza.
I won't give you Blu-ray, but maybe I'll give you a fucking tape. Do you want anything from the garage real quick? I'm gonna get a Coke.
Do you have another album problem or
Yeah,
no?
it's right in there.
Okay, I'll get it right here.
Okay, distract them.
Oh, no, I have to... Okay. Hold on.
Okay,
Let me get
go
this
ahead.
real quick. Hold on.
Go ahead. It's okay. Be safe. Be safe. No, I'm watching you. You're fine. Okay. Okay. Start with this one. Ashley Nagel said, Nagel or Nagel? Nagel. I had a teacher once named Miss Nagel. Are you her? No, you're not. Ashley Nagel says, first horror movie that got you into the genre.
That got me into the genre.
I think we've talked about this before, but you can say it again.
I don't know if I have a definitive one. I have various ones that are very important to me. This is gonna sound ridiculous. Or obviously Exorcist, I saw it at a very young age. That really just messed me up and made me never want to see another horror movie. I would say my first rated R horror movie that I snuck into was Hills Have Eyes remake. I know you can roll your eyes now, but it's actually really good, and that was a really big moment for me. The first Insidious was really important. The first Paranormal Activity, I've said this many times, is one that fucked me up for days after a while. Hey, Cobbster's back, guys.
I did.
What's your horror movie that got you into the genre?
I've talked about this before.
Oh, you know what? Nightmare on Elm Street was a good one.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
I used to be so scared of horror films that I wouldn't watch any at all. And the first one that I watched was Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
Okay.
Just because it was a lot more lighthearted than the original one, which was really terrifying. And yeah, I just I realized not all horror films are really scary. They can actually be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so that's what got me into it. You know, I wasn't planning on doing this, but he's right here. He's a fucking little asshole.
Oh.
My 13-year-old brother. You're 13, right? He's 14. Excuse me.
I can see you love your brother so much.
I love him so much. We're very
exactly.
close. He's right next to me, and he's kind of one of the main reasons why I watched the Scream TV show.
Really?
So, Ryan, come here. You're going to get on the mic right now. Come here.
Come on.
Get
say,
over
say
here.
a sentence or two. Come on, buddy.
Because I watch a lot of horror films with him. I think I sort of gotten him into it. Do you like horror films? Come here. Get in close to the mic.
Yes.
Speak louder.
Yes.
Yes. So, what about horror films do you like? What are some of your favorite ones?
Like names of them?
Yeah. Just whatever ones you like.
Speak louder.
I like the Nightmare on Elm Street.
You like Nightmare on
Really?
Elm Street, don't you? Were you scared of it?
First, yeah.
First time you were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun when you go back and watch it afterwards, yeah.
And how you liking the Scream TV show right now?
It's interesting.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? You like watching it?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
The suspense.
The suspense?
Yes.
Does it scare
That's
you
a
at
good
all?
answer.
No.
Didn't scare you. What's the scariest movie you've ever seen?
It.
It?
You've seen It?
You've seen it? Okay.
Good job, man.
It really scares you. Do you remember what happened when I showed you Blair Witch Project for the first time?
Yes.
What happened?
I closed my eyes.
No, you didn't. You were bored out of your mind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's my little brother for you.
Now I'm gonna bring in Ringo the dog.
Milo and Otis for him was a horror film.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Get
That
to the
was,
next question.
That was my little brother. Talent doesn't really run in the family too much, so
Jesus Christ,
you can
man.
skipped him.
Come on.
You guys should talk about some of your horror movie guilty pleasures. That comes from Omar Tarbush.
Guilty pleasures.
I
Thought
excuse me.
I thought Oculus was kind of bad, but I had a lot of fun with it.
Okay.
Just a recent one that I thought of.
The part 2 of it's kind of a guilty pleasure. It's
Really?
not. It's not good at all.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. The Haunting is really shitty, but
Well, yeah, it's fun to watch, right?
It's it's
Yeah,
really,
whenever it's on TV, I watch
like
that
to
too.
hate watch it a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh, I mean, like every Friday the 13th.
A lot of the later movies in the horror series, like Halloween and
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, all that crap.
Yeah, like Halloween 4. In fact, Ryan, turn down the TV, please. Halloween 4 and 5, when they introduce Jamie, are big guilty pleasures of my because Jesus, that fucking kid.
This is the best episode ever.
Well, this is what happens when I'm left in charge to take care of the kid, and my parents are out of town. I gotta play daddy. So
Yeah.
if I gotta spank him around a little bit and show him who's boss, show him who's daddy. Get over here,
Don't
boy.
spank your
Get over
brother.
here, boy. Come sit on daddy's lap.
Oh my god, this is transcended into a whole other material.
I know, right? I'm trying to think. A lot of found footage movies probably are guilty pleasures, like Quarantine. Quarantine's a big guilty pleasure.
Really?
Of mine.
Actually like that one, huh?
Uh huh.
Yeah, found footage is good one. There's a lot of those.
Jaws 2. I actually really like Jaws
Really?
2 a lot.
I like the SeaWorld one, Jaws 3.
Really?
Yeah, it's a terrible movie.
You
It's
know,
really bad.
who's
but I watch it when it's on TV.
Trivia: who's the main actor in that movie?
It's Dennis Quaid. Thank
Dennis
you very much.
Quaid, a young, handsome.
Nice try, buddy.
Dennis Quaid.
Have you seen that video of Dennis Quaid freaking out on set?
Yeah,
I
the
it's a
Funny or
hoax,
Die
right?
video.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brian Rodriguez on Schmoville Facebook page says the Green Inferno trailer. What did you think, and will it be good? I think it looks
cool as
fucking
hell.
awesome. I think it looks
Yeah.
like his best movie that he's done in a very long time. Maybe the only. I personally just not a fan of his work.
I'm not either.
The first Hostel I can tolerate. Cabin Fever I legitimately really like
That's a
a
good one.
lot.
Yeah.
He didn't do Hostel 3. Hostel 2 I didn't like. He didn't do any other Cabin Fevers. What's the more recent one that he did?
He, I know he produced The Last Exorcism.
I like that
Which
one a
was
lot.
really good.
I
I
really
like
like that one a
Last
lot. That's a
Exorcism.
great found
That's
footage
a good
movie.
found footage one.
Especially the ending. The ending terrifies me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the trailer looks freaky. Cannibals, I think there needs to be more things with cannibals in horror films out there. It's definitely a creepy looking trailer, and it reminds me, maybe it's just because it's cannibals. It reminds me of Cannibal Holocaust.
like a wrong turn.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. Wrong Turn's pretty cool.
Is Jaws a horror movie or a thriller? That's what Robert Butler III
It's
says.
a horror film.
Going to
It is
horror.
a horror film.
I know we don't really talk
Yes.
much on this. Talk about it much, but
Yeah, I mean, I think we've
course.
had the debate before. It's
Yeah.
it's scary. It's a scary movie. You know, I mean, what else would it be? An action adventure movie? You know,
true that. Yeah.
if it's I wouldn't say it's like a full on blown Nightmare on Elm Street kind of horror film, but you know, to each his own. You know, basically, you know, if you're afraid, like what makes a horror film scary is not wanting to think about or go into a certain area that's going to scare you. You know, there's something in the closet, something outside the window that freaks you out. You don't go near it.
Yeah.
Shark in the water.
You ain't going anywhere near that shit.
If you watch Jaws, you're not going to the beach that same day. You're not.
I watched that. That was on TV when I went to Hawaii one summer.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are we watching this, guys? This
I
is
watched
not...
Piranha right before I went to Havasu one time. I was like,
That's the best because they filmed it there, right?
I was there when they filmed it. Yeah.
Piranha's a guilty pleasure.
I love the first Piranha. I do. And Eli Roth is I want Eli Roth to do more
Yeah.
acting than actual directing because I
Yeah.
love him when he acts.
I know, yeah. he's
Even
good.
in Cabin Fever. Do you
Yeah.
remember him in Cabin Fever?
Yeah, briefly.
He's like, this is Dr. Einstein. He's like, he's a dog. I don't know. He says something so stupid in that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
It's like a where's the foot kind of thing when he says something like that.
Where's the foot is the...
Where's the foot?
what? When we do the horror comedy episode one day,
Yes,
I'm gonna go
we're
in
gonna talk
depth
about that.
about that line and why it's the funniest line in the history of comedy.
On Twitter, Isaiah Belcher says, "What do you think of the movie Knock Knock that's coming out soon?" I believe that's also Eli Roth. That's the one
Look
with
that up.
Keanu Reeves and the two sexy chicks come to his house and they seduce him, they bang him, or he bangs them, and then they start coming back and start to torture him and do all these crazy things to him.
Really? Okay.
You didn't see this trailer?
I don't know.
It looks.
You're
it's
right.
interesting.
Keanu Reeves. Wow.
It looks interesting. Is it Eli Roth though, or did he produce it?
No, directed by Eli Roth.
Okay,
He
it is
also
his next one.
co-wrote the script with Guillermo del Toro. No, never mind.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Guillermo. I just saw Guillermo. Guillermo Amodo.
Oh, that's his cousin.
Sorry.
That's
Okay.
That's Del Toro's cousin.
Is it really?
Yeah. The trailer. I don't. Keanu Reeves is someone I can't see.
It's an erotic horror film.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves is someone I can't see in a horror film.
Whoa, what's going on?
He's probably perfect for it, but
I'm sure it'll be
I
fine.
don't know. He literally just looks like John Wick in it, so it almost.
There's a ghost in the house.
Whoa, my boner is like
Knock, knock.
No,
More like
no.
cock cock.
Yeah, there it is.
Get it? Because it's an erotic thriller.
Okay, you shouldn't have added that last one. but
I
you're
like
good.
doing that. Because I'm Keanu Reeves. Okay. This is going lovely.
Oh, this is a good one. This was actually like a segment that I wanted to do, but we
Okay.
can talk about it right now. Dave Burstein says on the Schmoville Facebook page, famous actors that were in horror movies. So a lot of the
like
time,
Aniston and all that?
yeah,
No.
and he put in parentheses Johnny Depp, Kevin Bacon, Paul Rudd. A lot of these actors' very first movies are horror films, and even till this day, a lot of big actors will start in a horror film and kind of work their way up.
Yep.
I bet you don't know what Leonardo DiCaprio's first movie was.
Well, let me think about this here.
I'm pretty
Is
sure
it-
this was his first movie.
Is it Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
It is but it is a sequel. It is a third movie in a franchise.
Is it like a famous franchise?
No,
Okay,
not at
I'm
all.
not gonna know this then.
Critters 3.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know.
You ever see the first Critters?
No.
It's actually kind of fun.
Okay.
Guilty pleasure.
Okay.
Okay, I'll name off some first actors here. That's what we'll have
We're
fun.
gonna have a little fun game.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get that theme song
First
going.
Actors in horror
Loving this theme song.
films. Boom, 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 boom.
That almost went to Jurassic Park territory.
Whatever. I know some at the top of my head.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
I know some at the top of my head. Kevin Bacon.
You're gonna quiz me? That was Tremors.
No.
Wait, you saying there was an earlier horror movie that Kevin Bacon was in?
Yeah.
Wasn't The Blob?
Nope.
No, I don't know.
Friday the 13th.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh,
the very
which
first one. The very first one.
Holy shit, he wasn't.
Yep.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Johnny Depp.
That was a Nightmare.
Let me see. Paul Rudd.
Paul. Oh shit, I don't even know that. That had to have been in the 90s,
Yes.
right?
This is before Clueless.
It's
Like
got to
right
be.
before Clueless.
Is it like a late entry into a series?
Yep. It's the 6th movie in
Halloween
the
6?
franchise. Yes.
Yeah, got it.
He plays an older Tommy Doyle. And it is not good.
Okay, I got one for you. Rooney Mara. That's too easy. You don't know it?
Her first one was The Nightmare?
Yeah.
It
As
was the
far as I
Nightmare
know.
remake. That
Yeah,
was her
okay.
first movie?
I don't know if it's the first movie.
See, we're
But-
doing first movies here.
Oh, you're
pal.
saying first ever.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
First time actors.
I didn't know. I wouldn't have
in-
said Kevin Bacon's first movie was Tremors. I would have known that.
It is a horror film, though. I love
Yeah,
Tremors,
no,
too.
but yeah.
Tremors is really great, too.
Great. Love Tremors.
Jennifer Aniston, that's an obvious
Mm-hmm.
one. Is.
Oh,
is
sorry. Troll. No, Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
Sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
got those two mixed up.
All right, that was fun while it lasted.
Mm-hmm.
Let's kind of move on a little bit. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is cool. James Joseph Lister. Best and worst horror movies based on a true story, or horror films that actually had freaky shit associated with the filming, such as The Exorcist and Poltergeist. That reminds me of a haunted house movie that I love, is the Amityville Horror. That
I was
a
gonna
lot
bring
of
that
people
one up,
do
yeah.
not talk about a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's based off a true story too. Not everything is depicted.
Yeah,
as,
it's
you
still
know,
it's still a script that somebody writes. It's like
yeah,
mostly
exactly.
fake.
It's,
but
it's still
based
got to
on
be
true
have
events.
Hollywood stuff in it, kid. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Know what I mean?
Ooh, that was scary.
That was weird.
Yeah, I would say Amityville is one of the good ones. As far as stuff going on set, the stuff about The Exorcist is really creepy.
Poltergeist stuff too.
Poltergeist.
Yeah.
What's her name? Carol Ann. That chick.
Yeah.
She died at the
I think so. Yeah.
start of filming the third movie or something like that.
Oh, easy. Don't be possessed now.
Yeah. Trying to think what else. The worst? God, there's probably a lot.
Wasn't Wolf Creek? Wasn't Wolf Creek.
Wolf
based
Creek
on a
was based
true-
off a true story.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Worst. It's like every horror film now. It's just like this is based off a true story.
Inside.
the devil-
website. Sorry, I promise I would never bring that up again.
I hate Devil Inside more than the Holocaust itself. Like, just
Oh my
it's just
God.
it's so fucking bad.
It's so offensive
It's
to you.
so bad. It's
Yeah.
it's not even fair.
It's not good.
Those are some good ones. I always think it's interesting that they would make a movie out of something based off a true story and make it like scary. You know, like imagine
Feels
how
like the-
traumatizing that must
Yeah.
have been. I mean, even like for The Conjuring, for them
Yeah.
to kind of like relive that shit. That's kind of got to be a little
Can't be
fucked up.
fun. Yeah, it kind of feels like you're exploiting it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Kristen, gosh, all her I's and L's
Why
look
is everyone's
like L's.
last name so difficult?
Well,
to
I
pronounce
see her
today?
name all the time on Twitter, on Facebook too. It's Kristen Gilberto. Gilberto?
Okay.
I think it was.
Sounded good.
Oh yeah, she was bringing up Netflix stuff. You know, she asked us if we talked about Creep or if we've
Yeah.
seen Creep. Yeah, we talked
Creep's
about
awesome.
that. Can you guys talk about more horror movies on Netflix? I think we need to bring back Stacy for another episode.
Yeah,
of,
that's
Netflix
a whole episode worth of
recommendations.
stuff. I will say The Guest just went on Netflix. Not
Yes, it
really horror.
did, yeah.
It's not entirely horror,
Not
but it's really
entirely
good.
horror.
Go check it out.
The Guest for sure. Nightmare on Elm Street is on there now too. I believe Housebound is still on there.
Should be. Resolution, guys.
I know. I'm sorry.
It makes my day when people
and,
tweet me and they're like, "God, Cody, I just saw Resolution. Thank you." I'm like,
that,
"Yes."
That's on there, and then the one you told that found footage one you've been wanting me to watch for the longest time, with the girl on the cell phone or something like that.
Wait, what?
What's that one that you told me about a long time ago? And it's about the girl who died. And
That's not on Netflix.
is that on HBO
Lake
Go?
Mungo?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not. It was on HBO Go. I don't think it is anymore.
I saw it somewhere recently. I think it's on Netflix.
Shut up.
I swear to God. Hold on.
Look it up right now. If it is,
I'm pretty
you're
sure-
watching that as soon as we're done recording.
Okay.
It's
No, we're not.
so good.
We're doing a Google Live hangout.
No, fine. Well, after that, we're gonna watch it live with our fans. Yeah,
I
if
believe
you guys
that's on
haven't
there.
seen Lake Mungo, that's a fantastic found footage movie. Not really found footage, more of just a mockumentary. It's on there?
Yeah, it's streaming now.
Oh my god, that makes me so happy. Okay.
Okay.
That's
So I'll
my,
watch it.
That's
I'll
my
watch it.
Netflix pick of the week.
Yeah, a lot of people have been wanting us to talk about Creep. We talked about it. Green Inferno. Thoughts on the latest episode of Scream? We talked about that one. Aladdin. Don't worry, Aladdin. We got you, bro. We got you. Stanley William.
Aladdin, have you ever been Aladdin for Halloween?
Aladdin?
Has he ever been Aladdin for Halloween?
Oh, Aladdin?
Yeah.
Let me Aladdin. Tweet at us. Have you ever been Aladdin for
sorry.
Halloween?
I had to say
That's Cody's
funny.
doing. He's a
I'm
jerk.
sorry.
Stanley Williams
love you,
says,
buddy.
make a bracket of all the great horror movies and every week talk about each matchup and which of the films
That's
is
a good
better
idea.
ultimately leading up to the final matchup for the
Dude,
greatest
that's
horror
a
movie
great
of all
idea.
time.
We should do that.
We should steal that idea because
From the Schmodown?
Schmodown / I think Screen Junkies does something like that
Oh,
for
really?
action movies and stuff too.
We'll do it. We'll do
I
a
think we
horror
should.
one.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
think we'd have to have you guys involved with that.
Yeah, you guys would
like
have to
everyone
vote.
out there would have to kind of vote for the horror films. We'd put up the brackets. Putting it up would be pretty easy, and then like each week we'll go along and it's like, oh, this one, and whoever gets like maybe we'll do, I don't know.
We don't even have to do movies at first. We can like build it up and do like villains. You
That
know,
would
or
be
like
cool.
weapons. Or
I
something
think
like that. You wanna-
villains
yeah,
and weapons would
a
be
good
really,
one.
really
Yeah.
cool. That's a good idea.
That's a great. I knew
Okay.
something was good was going to come up this podcast episode. Okay, that's a good idea.
What,
We
you
got
thought it
this.
was gonna be fucking bad? Would you come in just thinking, oh, this is gonna be shit?
Hey, we got
Cops
pizza
didn't
here,
plan
man.
anything, but
Okay.
he bought me pizza and he's giving me
got me
hospitality
Arnold
and
Palmer's
great
here.
Arnold Palmer's. Taking 2 of my goddamn Arnold Palmer's. You son of a bitch.
Sorry.
Let me go back to Twitter. For
Go
a
back to
little
Twitter here.
Yes.
Okay.
bit. And then we'll wrap it up pretty soon. We'll
We got a bedtime story for you
we
guys.
got a
today.
bedtime story in just a bit.
Haven't done one of those in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We'll do one of them.
I'll pick a winner from Facebook and I'll pick a winner from Twitter. This one comes. This one
Comms.
Speak correctly. This one comes from Twitter. Coldenfell says, your thoughts on the new slasher films coming out. Halloween, Friday the 13th, and possibly another Texas Chainsaw Chucky films. Yeah, they're all of those
They
ones are
tried
coming out.
redoing Chucky. It didn't work out.
I didn't watch it.
It was like I saw most of it.
It was
It's not
what?
great.
It wasn't Seed of Chucky. It was
No, it came out like a year or two ago.
right. It was.
I
It
forget
was
the
like
name
Dawn of
But
Chucky.
It was like a new voice, I think. Like,
oh
it wasn't
really?
even-
It wasn't fucking Lester, whatever
I don't
his
think
name is.
so. It didn't sound like
that's
him at least.
That's a
Yeah.
bummer. No, I was never a big fan of Chucky. Anyways, it never really,
Really? I love
scared me.
Chucky.
The first one's pretty good, and the second one's pretty decent too. The third one, I was just like,
Did you ever go to Universal Studios during the Halloween thing, and Chucky would just shit talk everybody in the
Yeah,
crowd?
just to be a
That
little
was-
midget running
that
around.
was
Maud's like terrified of that thing
Really?
too. Have you ever seen that video of her getting freaked out?
No, I kept hearing about that. Everyone keeps sharing it.
Poor
Yeah.
thing. She gets
Okay.
so scared of it. if I had hopes for any of them, I
don't think, as we've seen how these remakes have gone in the past, like I
Yeah.
don't see it working. I'm just being honest.
From what I'm hearing, the Friday the 13th is an actual sequel, I think, and then Halloween 3. I think it's going to be Halloween 3, or no, it was a revitalization. Is that what it was? I don't know. I think they need to stop focusing on nostalgia, because right now nostalgia is very, very big, like very big. You look at Jurassic World,
yeah.
Terminator. What else? Even Star Wars. You know, a lot of stuff is just harkening back on nostalgia, and they're gonna keep hitting on that until it dies out, because you know we've been through the found footage stages, we've been through the remake stages, and we're still kind of dying out on those things. But now it's gonna be the whole nostalgia stage. They're gonna take movies that we loved growing up as kids and either making a soft reboot / sequel or just remaking it entirely.
Yeah.
And they just need to make a new slasher.
Let's get a new villain.
Who's the newest slasher that we've had in more recent years? Jigsaw?
Oh, that was Jigsaw. That's the most iconic one I think of.
The most recent iconic one, and
Yeah.
there needs to be a new one. So that's
Preach,
just
brother.
That's how I feel about that.
Okay,
that's all I got.
That's all I have to say about that.
Nicely done.
That was good.
The Forrest Gump killer kills everyone in Forrest Gump.
Yeah, have you ever played Heavy Rain?
No, I have
video
not.
game. That's a great serial killer right there. That's
really
one of the best games I've ever played.
There's a new video game coming out with Hayden Panettiere, who's like the main actor.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of actors now are doing horror games. It's or like video games in general. It's really cool. And it has to do with like 8 friends going to a cabin in the woods, and then there's a killer on the loose, killing them one by one, and you have to like solve it and all this shit and determine who dies and who doesn't. I don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah, I might have
but
seen
I think that'd be fucking awesome.
Cool.
So let's see. What is that? That was from Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me find one from. Oh, there's a couple more. This one comes from Billy Rock.
Billy Rock.
What has been the best example of building suspense in a horror film? Jaws and Silence of the Lambs come to mind. Building suspense. Oh man.
Yeah, I think I'll go back to Silence of the Lambs. The whole finale with the night vision scene.
Gosh, that's so
incredible. I love that.
I would even say the building scene from Silence of the Lambs of when Hannibal Lecter like takes the dude's face off.
Oh yeah.
And then he goes into and he actually escapes from the hospital.
Yeah.
The Exorcist has like that's total build up the whole first 45 minutes.
I would say the final third of The Shining is pretty crazy. Yeah.
Some good suspense up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just the same shit we always talk about.
I know, we just do the same movies
because they're the best.
The best.
Those are the best movies. Let's see here. I think it's about time that we pick a winner on Facebook and on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
So
let's do this.
On Twitter, the winner for should it follows go to Twitter or Facebook?
Now people are on Twitter are gonna be mad. They're like, "Oh no, you picked It Follows for Facebook," and then vice versa.
Here's the thing. There are less people on Twitter than there are on Facebook. So
okay, so we should probably do It Follows for the bigger one.
Okay.
And then reward Twitter with the smaller indie movie that's actually very good.
Okay. All right. So on Twitter,
It Follows is great too.
They're both really great movies. On Twitter.
The winner of.
This is hard.
What movie are they getting first? Let's
on Twitter.
This is for What We Do in the Shadows, right?
This is for What We Do in the Shadows. Yes. Random. All right, boom. There it is. I scrolled and I clicked on the first one. Mr. Brooks Wilkins. Mr. Brooke Wilkins at BWilks88. You win a copy of What We Do in the Shadows.
Yep.
It's a really great underrated horror film, and your question was, is there one horror movie film I had to have in my Blu-ray collection? What do you think it should be? Fitting enough.
Good
What
job,
We Do in
buddy.
the Shadows
Give me
is
a good
one that you definitely deserve. So do us a favor, message us on HorrorFlix Facebook page. It's facebook.com/HorrorFlix. And from there, send us your address, and we'll send Cody over there to drop it off to you.
I'll be right there for you.
Congrats, pal. And thank you so much for being a fan and
dude,
for
thank
tweeting at us and listening to the episode. Yeah. So that was really, really fun. So now, for It Follows, you want to choose somebody from Facebook?
Yeah, let's pick someone from Facebook.
Pick somebody from Facebook. I want to pick somebody. Somebody scream up in the sky. No?
What song is that? I'm very fascinated.
I have no idea.
Okay. I'm scrolling through here.
On Facebook.
I'm going to pick one.
And this person will be winning a copy of It Follows on Blu-ray.
Yep.
Yes.
They're getting It Follows Blu-ray. We're going to Carlos Lopez Jr.
Ding, 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 ding. Congratulations, pal. You just won a copy of It Follows on Blu-ray. And what was his comment?
His question, we didn't read this one yet, so I'm going to bring it up now. Pitch your idea of what a slasher horror movie would be. Like your own slasher.
My own slasher?
Your own slasher.
All right, let's talk about this for a second.
Let's think about this.
Carlos, do us a favor. Message us on Facebook.com/HorrorFlix, and you will get a copy of It Follows.
Yeah.
Congratulations, pal. Thank you to everyone who had been commenting on it. Trust me, we are doing a lot more. We're going to do more of these in the future. Probably every single month, we're going to be giving away stuff. So there's going to be more chances out there for you. I promise. So pick your perfect slasher.
I can't really... Okay. Because if you create one, I want to see one that doesn't have just a knife or something. I want a new inventive way of slashing.
It's got to be different. I would love, it'd be interesting, like some kind of chained weapon, like a chain, like he drags it with him or something like that.
You hear it?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I mean, like it's very cliche, but I love stuff in the middle of nowhere.
Got it. He's called the Captain. He carries with him an anchor.
Ooh, oh.
And he swings around his shoulder and kills people.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yes, it'll be taking place in Dana Point. Coming out this summer.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so let's wrap it up with a bedtime story, pal.
Let's do it.
I know you got that wrapped up.
Give me 1 sec.
One.
Got it.
Cool.
This is from Dylan Esposito.
Hey, Dylan.
Love this guy. He says, we haven't read this one, right? No, we haven't. Okay. He says, hey, guys, I have a pretty creepy personal encounter myself. My ex-girlfriend in high school had been claiming that there was a ghost boy in her house and possibly something else. I had never seen a ghost personally, so I didn't believe in them. One night, her parents were out of town, and she called me crying because she felt someone watching her, woke up, and saw a dark figure looking over her. The figure scurried down the stairs, and then she said what sounded like a young boy crying from downstairs. She was in the house alone. Naturally. I was skeptical. She's just trying to scare me, boyfriend, so I told her I would come over and check everything out myself. I used the key they hid out front to get in, and I used every ounce of strength to push open the door, and I couldn't. I kept pushing and pushing, and finally the door flew open. I fell inside and heard a sniffling. I looked over in the corner and didn't ever see anything, but there was very clearly the sound of a young boy crying. My girlfriend screamed upstairs, and before I could pick myself up off the floor, she came out of her room and screamed, "Run." So I did, and we got in my car. I kept asking her what happened and what the hell was going on, and she just kept curling up in the passenger seat and crying and shaking. Eventually, she calmed down and showed me a clear handprint around her ankle and said that as soon as I came in, she was pulled from her bed and hid her dresser across the room.
Jesus.
Needless to say, that was the last time I ever went over to that house.
That's why you broke up with her. Get the fuck out of there.
Fuck that
Sorry.
shit.
See you, bitch. Later.
Woo!
Wow. That's incredible, man. That's a pretty scary ass story.
Hope you guys
hope
are
she's
doing
okay,
yeah.
though. I mean, in all seriousness, I mean,
Hit her up. Make sure she's still alive, man.
Hope, God, that's not like too big of a serious thing. But
yeah.
Hey, man.
Crazy.
I don't believe in ghosts. I just don't.
No, I definitely do.
But you do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that
Hey,
makes me better than you.
Okay.
But I mean, when I hear shit like that, that's what makes me like creeped out. When I hear stories like I told about my aunt and her and her imaginary friend Annie, like that shit just, there are some weird shit that goes on in this world, whether it's real or whether it's in our heads. It all varies, it's all based off your own experience. Whatever you experience, that's what you experience, and you keep that with you, and you take it home, you make it your own, and you make sure that people know that fucking The Devil Inside is the worst horror film of all fucking time.
Good save.
So thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of HorrorFlix. This was a lot of fun. It could have it could have been a train wreck like LeBron James, but it ended up being something really amazing. A lot of fun. We gave away 2 Blu-rays, both Brooks and Carlos. Be sure to message us on the Facebook page of HorrorFlix, and we will send you guys your guys' Blu-rays. And I hope you enjoy it. So if you haven't liked us on Facebook, please be sure to do so. Follow me on Twitter at Copster15.
At The Real Cody Hall.
And be sure to subscribe to us on our iTunes feed. Give us a review, write us, share it to your friends, tell people about it. Tell people, hey, look, these guys talk about horror films. They're passionate. They're not the smartest guys in the world.
He's out here eating pizza for an hour.
And they give away some shit sometimes, too. And, we're actually pretty cool to hang out with. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for listening. If you're listening on the SK Podcast channel, thank you. Throw this video a like, comment down below, and tell us what you think about all the shit we talked about today. Next week, we'll be a lot more prepared. I promise. Maybe not. So thank you guys again, and we'll see you guys next time.
Later.